In terms of women in localization, I obviously followed the women in localization content for a long time before eventually deciding that I should reach out and ask whether, I could be involved in setting up an Italian chapter. And I was connected with a few like-minded individuals who had also reached out. And so it was a few of us in the beginning, myself, Noemi Clark, Daniela D'Amato, and we worked together to bring together other members to form the first leadership team for the Italy chapter. Noemi Clark was our chapter manager at the time. And we were, let's say, we had a little bit of bad luck because we planned our first in-person event for February 2020, which, if you remember, Northern Italy was the eye of the storm for a short while at that time because of the COVID pandemic. And so we needed to cancel our first in-person event, which we were very disappointed about. But it meant that we actually were one of the first chapters to hold a virtual event, I believe, at the time.
Yes, I didn't realize that you were part of the founding team of the Italian chapter. And indeed, this is a story that I often hear, because I think these were the either years that there was a big effort to get more chapters stood up, or maybe it was just because people had, really wanted to be able to do something during lockdowns. But it's very often the case that, these were the first few years, and people were, I mean, on the one hand, it was I think more difficult because people had to be online. On the other hand, it was easier in the sense that you didn't have geographic kind of limitations, right? And it was easier to get people from across the country, for example, to join a specific online meeting.
And then back in 2022, Noemi decided to stand down as chapter manager, and I agreed to take on the chapter manager position. So we had a transition period while we formed the new leadership team that combined some familiar faces from the previous team, along with a good number of new members who've brought a lot of energy and new ideas to the chapter.